Test 1, 2. SEGA! Ah, that opening is iconic for this game. Anyways, what's going on, Forgotten Nation? I'm your host, FG, and today we're playing what I consider a hidden gem of the Sega Genesis era. This is Comix Zone. It released in 1995, which was roughly about halfway through the system's lifespan. And the unique thing about this game is its style, as this game plays just like a comic book. Of course, this is not the first game to utilize this kind of concept. The game itself first originated from a video that one of the creators made, and from there, Sega decided to try to patent that idea towards this video game. And so the whole premise is, as we can see here through this opening cutscene, Sketch Turner's creations are becoming alive, and he is about to be trapped into his own creation. Sketch Turner is a starving artist in New York City, and now he has to escape out of his own comic, which is being essentially changed without his will. So we're gonna watch this opening real fast. This game is kind of like one of the first games to have a story, because as you play through, there's going to be interaction with the characters. You are going to have to read some of the text as it goes. And just the idea that this does follow a story is already cool enough, because there weren't many games in the 90s that had this kind of idea in mind, unless you were playing something major like an RPG. In terms of like a arcade fighter, you're not going to find much like this, especially when games popular at the time like Street Fighter 2 per se. You're not going to see much story. So it's pretty cool that we do have a story here. And for those that have played this game before, I'm sure you may consider it easy, because as a matter of fact, this is one of the easiest games you can play if you're first getting into the fighting genre. And the reason I say that is because there's really only one button. In this game, all you do is jump and punch. Of course, that's if you're using the standard 3-button Sega Genesis controller, because this game was made in mind for the 6-button controller. And of course, here's the iconic opening again. So therefore, if you play with the 6-button controller, you have more ability to the weapons you pick up in the game, as well as a block that Sketch Turner could use. But I think I've gone on long enough, so let's start the game. And I will be reading out some of the text in the cutscene. So, New York City, present day. So there he is. So he's working on his comic. And the manual of the game actually it has the comic. I've never got to see the original, but anyways, look at me, Sketch. I'm your creation, but I'll soon be free enough as soon as you're dead. I cannot kill you here, but I know of a perfect place to do it. Have a nice trip. Now, you may have seen me struggling there with the text. The text is fast. It's not Arkanoid fast, but it's pretty fast. At least in that opening. Oh, here you are. What the? You must be the chosen one. Who? Hey, do I know you? I've been expecting you. I'm General Lisa Cyan. Your name? Sketch Turner. Wait a minute. Sketch? Well, Sketch, this mission is critical. I'm in my own comic book? No! I beg your pardon? Elisa, I'm not your superhero. Just relax. Let's not waste any time. You have a job to do. A job? What are you talking about? Well, it is your comic book. That's all for now. I'll be in touch. This is crazy! You may need some of these items, which I did just pick up just now. Good luck. Yeah, right. But as I was mentioning before, I was distracted by the game itself. The manual does have the comic he was working on up to this point. So if you ever play the original, you have most likely seen the comic in the manual. Of course, if you've read the manual. But anyways, they have a hideout, so we have to find it. So as I mentioned before, this game is essentially one button. So all I'm doing is pushing the punch button, and the rest is pretty much playing itself. Here's what kind of makes this game hard, though. Notice how the health meter's going down, but I haven't gotten attacked yet. You will take damage doing basic attacks upon enemies. And the other thing with this game is you have decisions. I could go down, but I am going to go right. And your decisions also impact how the story goes. because I'm accessing a different area, whereas if I went down, I would just proceed further with the game itself. And I'm going to use the first item, because this is the 3 controller button. The A button works as cycling through. If you were to play with the 6th button, you'd be able to individually choose what item you wanted, which does make it a little easier, because you're not waiting to choose what item you want. But anyways, we're going down. Suddenly, roadkill, buddy! Hold on, I'll get you out. This is Sketch's pet rat. Man, I'm happy to see you. This is roadkill, and he is going to come in handy. But anyways, we gotta watch out, because the page is falling apart. But we have this switch. Come on. The game is a little janky when it comes to pushing the switch. Come on. I can do this. That's my one nitpick with the game. The switches. There we go. And now I'm taking these barrels, and you can see I'm still taking damage. That third item we have in the inventory is the health, so that is going to come in handy, but you got to use it at just the right time. But there we go. So now we're in the sewers. Hello, Strigo. Die, intruder. Ah. You're not of our breed. Loser. It's alright. There we go. There we go. Took him down. Alright, so now we have a little bit of a puzzle element. We have to push the crate to get to the switch. I don't like this crate. Watch out. And this always gets me every time I play this. When you fall down, it's kind of hard to avoid these fire traps. Nasty, no kidding. But let's proceed further. I think we're going to use the health buff. There we go. So we're partially at full health. What's the password? Nope. Alright, now here's another thing with the game. Notice we have these flying enemies, and next to us is a jump. If you fall down, that's an insta-death. Bottomless pits are insta-game overs. Because I also didn't mention, you only have 1 life in this game. But this is the end of the first page, so build some momentum, and jump. Well done, Turner. What the? What's that? That's another thing they really never established in this game. Whenever you get to the end of the stage, you build the superhero meter. This is roughly just saying how close you are to beating the game itself. You don't actually become a superhero, which always threw me off as a kid. Because if you're doing something like that, showing a superhero meter, I expect to turn into a superhero. But no. No, it's just a meter showing how far you are in the game. Anyways, we're making pretty good progress right now. Just trying to watch the health. We still have our bomb. We still have roadkill. I could probably use roadkill. Whoa. Alright, so we got the enemies coming from above. There we go. I think we're going to want to use this bomb. There we go. Switches. Alright, juggling scorpions. Let's go. Alright, flip the switch. Now, there's no promises I'll be able to get to the end of the game in this session, but I will try. The furthest I ever gotten was about halfway level 3. But we are making pretty good progress right about now. But of course, this guy's back. You can't stop it. So of course, the main villain's goal is to become real. And to do that, he's got to kill Sketch Turner. But it looks like we're heading down now, if I recall. Ah, there we go. I forgot about that. Alright. There we go. Alright. Running low on health. We got an aerial assault. Now, if you're going to play this game and you tend to struggle because of the health system, the best way to play is with save states. And luckily, there's plenty of ways to play this game. There's Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. I don't know if it was Japan or here, but I believe you may be able to get this in the Sonic Mega Collection. And most recently, you are able to play this on iOS and Android devices as part of Sega Forever's campaign, which is basically their mission to port over Sega Genesis, Master System, and even Dreamcast games over to modern devices. But we are in the critical for health. Summon Roadkill. There we go. Come on, Roadkill. Okay, I'm a little scared because of our health's right there, and I'm not seeing any way of finding something to heal with. But we do have our next puzzle. Wait for it. Oh, I messed up. Ah! There we go. Well done, Turner. Okay, going down. Suddenly... Oh, come on! I just started in the next scene, and I get killed. What? Ah, free at last. In this body of flesh and bone. I'm going to rock this world. Yeah. Nice knowing you, Sketch Turner. That's game over. It's no proper game over. It's just straight up, oh, you're dead, and now this villain takes over the world. Not the worst ending I've ever seen, especially for a game over. I like to call it a bad ending, but there have been worse endings for a game over. But that is Comix Zone. Wow. Wow, that sucks. I just started the next area, and they already killed me. Now, if I do recall, I believe there is a level select, but you do have to unlock it, I think, through the jukebox. No, I think I'm wrong here. I do know, though, that there is a level select in this game if you access it the right way. But I think that's going to be it for Comix Zone, considering I died one of the cheaper ways. But anyways, I do recommend this game. It's an easy one to get into, but it still has that difficulty because of the health system. So I think that does it here. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, take care, guys.